Right, welcome to today's episode, another reminder note episode here on the podcast. As last time, a bit more unscripted, a bit more uncut. So just free thoughts coming up to my head, just some tiny bit of notes here. And today's reminder note is, I think, a really important one. I often forget this one. You can't control other people. So I think many of us, and that's so normal, often strive for more control in our lives, especially when it comes to social situations, interacting with other people. We want other human beings to do something we want from them in various situations, whether it is at work, right? When you're a manager or you're an employee and you work with other people, you work with your boss, you work with clients, right? And you want them to do certain things. You want them to sign the contract, right? You want them to do the task. Or in dating, you want that person to love you back. Or with friends, you expect something from a friend or from your parents or from your children. And the closer the relationship to the other person is, the more you want to control it, right? The higher the expectations are. But there is this simple truth that you can't control, or at least completely control, the relationship to another person. Some people try to manipulate other people because of that, so that in the end they do something what they really want. I think technically it's impossible to completely control other people. We can make offers to them. We can give things to them, but we cannot expect that they decide to take the offer. So it's important to understand that people definitely have their own needs on a deep level, and that if you want something from someone, you always rely on the fact or the basic law that this other person wants a similar thing out of themselves, right? So the other person needs to be motivated in an intrinsic way. And of course, you have some span of possibilities here to increase the chance that the other person will react a certain way or react in a way you want to, but you never ever can be completely sure or even predict behavior you want to achieve from another person. So the only possibility we have in that situation is to build up a degree of basic trust into the world. And I know that is really difficult if you look around and human beings are traumatized constantly through war or through crime, through difficulties in their childhood. So there are many aspects that crack the basic trust into the world, but in the end, it's still like the only option. So, in my opinion, instead of trying to control other people, it's way better to give your best, right? So give the best offer you possibly can, and then let life unfold itself. Kind of a philosophical talk here, but I think it's a really good reminder to get rid of a lot of resistance we build up again and again because we try to control other people, to get some expectations fulfilled, for example. Kind of a philosophical question here. So what do you think? To which degree can we control other people, or what other people do, what other people feel? Definitely, I'm curious about that. Let me know below the episode in the FAQ section here on Spotify, or if you watch that on YouTube, definitely let me know in the comments. Definitely make sure to subscribe to the podcast here on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube for more upcoming episodes. I see you in the next episode.